let's say you were 2 years into your relationship and you had to assemble your own flowers.
She wouldn't care.
I don't know. I'm just not that kind of person.
Alex is
It's an
happy she gets
impossible
a gift
question
at
to
all.
answer.
Yeah, I am
That's
not
an
a per-
impossible question. I don't know why I asked it.
I'm like you can't ask me that because I generally don't like receiving. I like giving.
Are there?
Shut the fuck up, Brett.
Oh boy.
Mic drop.
See you later.
Bye.
$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh god.
Whoa.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's do it right now.
What?
Let's use this scenario.
Go ahead.
Let's do it right
So Alex and I
now.
watched Black Mirror. It
We
came
binged
out.
it.
Came
You
out
don't
last
binge
week.
it.
Do you not consider 3 hours binging?
No, I said on the precast, I'm saying it now, to be binge-worthy, I think has to be at least 5. Binging is not about length of time, I think. It's about number of individual things.
I think it's about a season,
How many episodes is binge watching?
Well,
According
we
to
just asked him.
according to Google.
a survey conducted by Netflix in February 2014. They need
That's
to redo
5
this.
years ago.
They need to redo
Yeah.
this.
Before
Nope.
binging really
This
took
is,
off.
yeah. It says 73% of people define binge watching as watching between 2 to 6 episodes. 2?
2? No.
No.
No. Okay. I think
This just rendered itself irrelevant.
It did. That was a very dumb.
Throw your phone.
It's very subtle. Throw your phone.
I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No!
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah!
Put it out now. Flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Go into 2020, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
Dude,
right.
you are speaking the truth. Preach, bro. Oh my god.
It's just one thing after the other in
I'm about to-
2020.
I'm about to ask 2020 if they can like spit on it for a little bit first before
Josh.
like lubricant.
Stop.
Welcome back to PTOUnlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 202.
Uh,
Fitting.
Yeah. 202 2020 March 16th.
Austin 316
Happy
Day.
Austin 316
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're doing something on the USA tonight.
Yep. They're doing live Raw in the Performance
Without-
Center. They did
Oh,
it with
can we start on that?
Yeah, they did it for SmackDown.
They did it with no audience.
Yes. Weird.
Did you watch it at all?
I mean,
No.
why would he?
Well, I mean, just to
I
see.
saw short clips on Facebook and I'm like,
We decided to watch the first 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was
either
weird.
you can't have any promos, right?
They did
So
a
they walk out because they're in the what center is it?
Performance
the
Center.
performance. They walk
Wake
out.
Up Alex.
I can't remember what it's called. The the performance center. And it's like, they do like the hand gestures, like make noise and stuff, and it's like, because that's just like their natural thing to do, and I'm like,
Sure.
They did their regular entrance and there's no one in
There's-
the audience.
it just did not. It was not entertaining.
No.
It wasn't like we shut it off.
Weird.
It can't be. Even the performers will say a lot of what goes on in your match is directly relatable to what's happening in the audience.
It's an audience reaction is what you
Yeah.
feed off of.
Like,
So-
did you guys hear? Oh my gosh, it was on the radio station the other day of like when they canceled the March Madness stuff, and it said that
Alex, you shouldn't be touching your face right now.
at the time they were talking about like just not having an audience and them still doing the game.
Yeah.
And they're like, can you imagine what that sounds like? So they just took the
It's like-
audience, like the sound of the audience out, and it was just a bunch of squeak, 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 squeak,
Sure.
squeak, squeak, and like the
I
ball
mean,
bouncing.
And if you think about if you're the athletes, then it's just like practice or like
yeah,
almost
like
a
that's what
scrimmage.
that is what it
Right.
sounded or what it
I
looks
would,
like.
I would assume. I don't know.
That's
but
what
I
it
would
looked like
assume.
on SmackDown. It looked like they were just practicing.
Yeah.
I gotta turn you up a second.
Did you have an opener?
I do. That was the Awesome 316. But I have another thing I can talk about.
You have another thing to talk about.
I'm just moving on to this game here because you are a little quiet.
I'm a little quiet. I feel like I sound pretty loud.
No, you're pretty quiet.
Okay.
Okay, so mainly the thing that I was talking about was the Awesome 316, and one other thing I wanted to mention about the SmackDown thing, because we were still talking about that at the time until you wanted to change it, Brett.
Sorry.
It's okay. There was a flaw with the cut to commercial break. They actually took a break in the match.
They got it.
Camera
They got
caught
it on camera.
Well, you know You're not
Yep.
performing for anybody at that
Right?
point. So.
Why keep going? Why keep going? I mean, you got to keep the adrenaline
So-
going
Well,
somehow.
when they started doing that, I hated that.
Well-
And again, I wasn't when I came back in 2012, and they took breaks in the middle of matches. I freaking hated it.
You mean commercial breaks?
Yes.
They still do it. Yeah. It's
Oh,
so
I know,
stupid.
but they
It's
didn't
dumb.
do it back in the day. They
No.
always waited between matches.
Yes, they did. Yeah, I
And
remember
you
WCW
know
and
that
WWF
you
do
know
that.
that they're just gonna do some crap, and I know it's not real, but it takes away from the idea that it's spontaneous and anything can happen.
Agreed.
Watching SmackDown, I had two questions I asked Josh, and I believe both of them I got them answered. And the first one was, do you think they're still wrestling when they're at commercial? And I got that I got that answered. And the
Right.
second one was, will there be a title change without an audience?
Was there?
I don't remember if there was a title match.
he said there was.
Well, they replayed the Elimination Chamber.
I know, but I
that
thought
was-
you said that there was.
That's what I thought.
Oh.
I thought it was a rematch.
Well, I
of the
guess I don't know
Elimination
what it
Chamber.
ended up being, but
Let
I'm
me
like,
look at
are they
SmackDown's
really going
card.
to give a title change?
We didn't watch the whole thing
on
so-
SmackDown with no audience.
Yeah. SmackDown results. I don't think that there was a,
You know,
a
they-
title match, but I'll look.
They may not on the first broadcast, but maybe to get ratings, if ratings aren't good, they might.
Right.
So people then tune in.
Yeah, they did a replay of the Elimination Chamber of a mixed tag team. That was really fun to watch.
That was actually not bad. Yeah.
Uh,
There's a big guy. There's a tag team, like big
oh,
guy.
big boys.
Big guy tag team, and he went through the glass.
hmm
It looked like it wasn't supposed to happen because he's just that big that he went through the glass.
It doesn't look like there was. Nope.
No title
No
change.
title.
Okay.
No title match at all.
Oh, no
so.
title match.
No.
Okay.
We only watched a little bit of SmackDown just to see what it was like without anybody and
It was like,
Oh, my
especially,
goodness.
it was Sasha Banks and
Bailey.
Bailey versus Alexa Bliss and some other chick
I don't
that I
remember the
didn't know.
chick's
I don't know
name.
her name, but that was the first match, and they came out and they're like, "Yeah, what? No, was and they're yelling at each other. I'm like, it's like just two people acting.
In a
Like
room,
it just
yeah.
looks
Well,
like
it's always
acting.
two
I
people
know, but
acting.
it doesn't look like that when you've got like the fans and stuff yelling and booing and cheering and
Right.
I
It's
imagine
just not the
the
same.
producers are like, please don't just walk down to the ring doing nothing. I know there's nobody to feed off of, but you still have to make somewhat of a production.
Agreed. But anyways,
It
moving
was
on.
boring.
Moving on from that, they're shutting down all bunch of sports and stuff for this whole
So-
outbreak and pandemic that's going on.
It's complete. It's completely taken over our lives. And
Yes.
Josh, you said something about not talking about it much, and I agree with that. But I want to just go into it for a short time.
which I
and-
agree because I said it is history and it's kind of something
yes,
that
it's-
we've never been through before.
Nobody's ever experienced anything like this, at least in our lifetime.
Patrick just texted me.
Yeah.
He said, "Dude," with
Thanks
a whole bunch of
for-
exclamation points. Sorry, I'm just.
Thanks for interrupting.
Sorry,
the
Sure,
show,
sorry.
Patrick. So anyway, I never even when this came out, I'm like, hey, it'll blow over, And then when I realized that it could be serious is when the NBA was the first to do it, is suspended their season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, that's never happened
Just because of
before.
one athlete, though.
One athlete
Yes.
was tested positive, so they're like, shut it
He
down.
was a real jerk about it too.
Was
Did you
he?
hear about that?
No.
He was
No.
like, "Oh, I'm not infected," and he touched the microphones and stuff. test positive days later.
So it just takes one, and I think
Yep.
it you have to be, proactive and preventative with it.
Best you can.
And so the NBA was the first, and then I don't even know if I haven't heard a final word if the March Madness the games are going to go on without fans. I think they are, but I don't know. I have not heard.
I thought they
Because
were
you have
canceled.
that is, I think you might be right.
I
Then-
was pretty sure I saw that was it's canceled. Like
there is no
basketball
March
is
Madness. You might
canceled.
actually, I think you're right about that now.
Baseball, basketball, it's all canceled. All sports
Baseball
are
doesn't.
canceled.
When does baseball start?
Baseball starts in April.
Yeah,
and
like-
it's been suspended.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
NHL's been suspended. So when that happened, I was like, okay, this is a little more serious than I thought. And then the schools closed for a month. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, that's never happened outside of bad weather.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So I'm like,
Even bad weather, it's not been more than a few days at a time.
well,
Right.
I've had
Agreed.
it's
Yeah.
been not recently, but I know I was off when I was in 7th grade. We went out for Christmas break, and there was really bad weather right before we went back, so we were off another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, that's Bluffton.
Well, okay.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
so, but the point is, they close now when it's way less severe than back when we were going to school.
Yeah.
So
That's
then the
very
school closed, and then to continue on.
This is all within a matter of a week.
Yes.
Yeah, like 5
Like
days.
after we had our podcast.
And Alex and I are sitting here at home within that entire week. We're like, we should get groceries sometime. The whole week.
And
the
I
whole
will
week.
get to that. But
Yes.
then yesterday, Illinois and
Oh, man, my nose
Ohio
itched.
have shut down bars and restaurants for dine-in.
Yes.
So you cannot go to a restaurant and sit down and eat.
Yeah.
You can still do carry-out.
Right.
And I guess as a reaction, Grubhub and DoorDash are surging their prices.
Okay.
Assholes. So now you feel for, well, you got to, in sporting events, you have people who work at the stadiums. Well, now they have no income. And now you have waitresses who don't have any income.
They better be delivery people.
Well,
for-
that's funny you say that, because I know a girl who's a career bartender.
Mhm.
And she's posting on Facebook, hey, I'll go get your stuff. I won't charge you out the ass like
Yeah.
DoorDash and Grubhub are doing, but I,
A living
obviously
wage.
take tip.
Yes.
So I'm like, I can't believe you're not charging anything, because I messaged her about it. I'm like, you still have gas to worry about. I mean,
Not when it's $1.80 right now.
I guess I'll just like tip 50% or something at least. But
Yeah.
If I inquire about her services, but I'm like, Grubhub, their just regular fee isn't all that bad. It's like if you order pizza delivery, choose like a $3 delivery fee
Yep.
and then tip.
Yeah, we order from Grubhub all the time.
So I did see, and I don't know if it's real, but I saw something on Facebook where Domino's is adopting a thing where we'll put it where you tell us. If you want us to leave it on the doorstep, we will.
Mhm.
And they'll just.
Yeah, there was
See
a
ya.
couple places that I saw today posted that.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, Illinois did it, then Ohio did it, and then Michigan did it, and then finally Indiana did it.
At 2:30 today.
Yeah. So
I told Josh that last night because it was posted
Yeah.
yesterday that
they were
Illinois and
going to
Ohio
follow
did it.
suit.
And Josh was like, when do you think that's going to happen? I'm like, tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's going to happen tomorrow.
So I work retail. I don't expect I will be told not to go to work.
For a while.
Yeah, I mean it would have to get bad
For a long while.
for the largest retailer
Oh,
in
yeah,
the world to close down.
Just watched the press conference.
Yeah,
That happened yesterday with
Trump
Trump.
said places like Walmart are not shutting down.
No.
He
Yeah.
said those places are
'Cause-
in need to be open.
Yes, and they've all
Yeah.
like Campbell's, Target.
He's like, those are
Walgreens,
necessity to the human.
He also
Would you
Resources.
stop hitting my
his administration also said please avoid gatherings of more than 10
10
people,
people.
which is every retail outlet.
We're
Yeah,
already
big
at a
box
third of
retail.
capacity.
Do you expect your
us.
job to shut down?
No.
Yours?
It's hard to say. It's
Jo-
really hard to
Because
say.
you're in an office setting.
Yeah, okay,
right?
but
But-
Josh is in an office secluded.
But-
There is
no,
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 one
no.
there.
But
Think. Well, it's
how
it's
many people are in the building?
3.
I was gonna say 2 or 3.
Yes, that's the office that we have. That's the regular staff that we have now. It used to be like
A lot more.
3 times that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that doesn't even sound like
9?
that much.
9 people.
No, This office building's the size of our apartment.
Yeah,
It's
pretty small.
Yeah, it's meant for a bare bones staff. And our manufacturing facility for our company, it's hard to say if they're going to continue running.
I see that one, like, it's questionable.
But the stores that we sell to will be closing for the quarantine if it happens. Because right now the CDC is calling for only important, necessary locations to be open.
Groceries.
A cigar shop, a tobacco shop, a CBD shop, none of that's going to be open at this time.
No.
So, have you had any staff meetings about the response?
Not for. Well, I just actually talked to our office manager today, and me for a meeting. It's just 3 people in a room, maybe even 4, sometimes 5. So we talked about it. We were like, well, we're going to keep going until we're told not to. I mean, we're basically running until one of us gets it. If one of us gets it, then it's then you got to kind of figure out the staff at that point, but.
Alex has your job.
I think we actually have our monthly staff meeting on Friday. I'm actually surprised. I saw Josh today just because of all of the new things that came into light this morning, with all the closing and stuff. And I mean, even stuff that was posted an hour ago of updates around the world. I'm surprised that I don't have an email that says we're not doing an emergency staff meeting tomorrow instead of Friday.
Right.
Just because every day it's some kind of new catastrophic thing that's happening as far as business-wise goes. But I did bump into my manager at the store today, and was so happened to be she was on her lunch break just grabbing, two-handed things like I was, because her kids are not in school.
Right.
So I was like, oh, hi. And she's like, oh, you're enjoying your day off? And I'm like, yeah, found my meat and chicken. Finally got that.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of small talk, and I just happened to say, so was work busy today? She's like, well, we're kind of dead right now. It's lunch. I'm like, no, but is it busy? And she basically just said, we've had a lot of cancellations. Yeah. So I was like, it's going to come down to, I think, every day we have about 15 people or so on staff. Yeah. I mean, prediction-wise, I would say if it gets bad and it's hey, we go onto a lockdown or something, places like where I work, where it's a medical facility, needs to stay open, and it's going to be the minimal staff, which would just be
and
5
only
people.
Emergency stuff.
That's because they're even telling. The CDC announced for hospitals and stuff too, if we've got routine procedures like surgeries and things like that to help preserve the medical equipment, like the masks and gowns and things like that.
Conserve resources.
Conserve, so to reschedule or postpone routine things, which we do a lot of.
Sure.
So I'm we're going to lose a lot of business, yes, but I do not think we will close because I don't think we can.
Right.
Okay.
I don't think we can.
It's hard. And Brett, you were almost not on the podcast today.
I thought it was a possibility, but so in the last,
did you get a towel?
Spilled on herself.
No, spilled hot tea on me.
So in the last, it's kind of started on Thursdays. So what I do in retail is I'm in charge of the online grocery ordering. Mm-hmm. That's one side, and the other side is the just anything that you order from .com and have it shipped to the store. Mm-hmm. So the day-to-day is 90% grocery orders. So Thursday is typically a slower day. Not as many slots available for people to place a grocery order online. It was still pretty busy. It was actually busy all week, but we didn't notice it as much because there are limited time slots. Mm-hmm. So Friday comes along.
That seemed like a hellish day for you.
I went in on Friday at 8 o'clock, which is late. I usually go in at 6 a.m. I went in at 8 a.m. because I knew that I was going to be there late. Mm-hmm. So come in on Friday, and there are 4 times as many picks than normal on a normal Friday.
That's because Friday is when they announced the national emergency.
So we completely capped out on available slots. Mm-hmm. What Walmart probably hasn't realized, and they have now, but up till now, is if every available slot that they have allotted a store, and every store is different based on the business that they've been, have a past of running.
Yeah, there's one that I heard that some Walmarts have drive up.
Some of them do. Well,
never
that's
heard of
all
that.
Drive up.
No, you mean like a window, like a drive up window.
I haven't never seen that. But
never
yes,
heard of that. Yeah,
I'm not surprised. But anyway, every store, at least in our market, was their online grocery pickup department was completely overwhelmed. Completely overwhelmed to where they were diverting everybody in the store that they could to get these orders filled. And so me and my boss are like, we will not survive this if they don't do something. And we were hearing crickets from the top.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably because they were trying to figure it out.
That's exactly right. They were doing something. They just weren't getting any news to us because they were busy figuring it out. So I ended up doing 8 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. on Friday. And on Saturday I went in at 11 and left about 8:30. And Saturday was better. And finally on Saturday they decided for the next 2 weeks we're gonna cut the orders because you can pick up orders from 7 a.m. all the way through 8 p.m. Well, they're gonna cut out like the 4 time slots in the morning and the last time slot at night. So from 11 a.m. to ending at 7 p.m. That's the only time you can pick up orders, and the available order numbers, the numbers of orders in those time slots were even reduced.
Right.
So
Yeah. It was pretty
just
crazy
to cut down
for you,
on the volume. So then they also released, and this was really surprising, that every Walmart is closing from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. to try to get stuff on the shelf.
Restocked and cleaned. And
So Saturday, the store is just wild. I mean, it's just...
I can't imagine.
It's worse than Christmas and
well,
like Black Friday.
Think about it being like the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But people are like freaking out. They're like not hysterical, but they're scared.
Yeah.
And it all kind of started with this idea of, and I don't know where it came from, about we got to buy this toilet paper. Like we got to hoard toilet paper.
I don't know. I don't get the toilet paper thing.
Think of is maybe one person was like, I need to buy 3 or 4 packages of toilet paper.
And then that person saw that person.
That person saw that person
said,
like, what do they know that I don't know?
Exactly.
Can someone
Well, I better
please
do
tell me
too.
the TP thing? I need to know.
I don't
What
know.
is it?
The
So Alex
only-
saw a meme that was really funny about it. It's like,
one?
I can't wait if this virus turns into a diarrhea thing so people can go out and buy
By
nasal
nose spray.
Here's
Doesn't matter.
Here's my theory.
I don't get it.
On the toilet paper.
Okay, please.
Let's say you are stuck in your house for weeks.
Okay.
What's one thing you don't want to run out of that there's always a surplus of? Toilet paper.
Taking a shower.
Well,
Buying a bidet.
Oh,
But-
here's what I say.
think in a panic,
I guess.
Cloth.
mindset.
You have rags.
You've got plenty of things
You
to
have
do
a washer.
laundry with.
Please.
but
That's not how people think.
but
I would think that.
the counter is full of toilet paper. I'll just buy 3 times the amount as much as I need.
Buy some socks.
'Cause-
Use them.
I
Buy
did-
some socks.
I did read a thing that the CDC says in time
Put
of
your hand in
quarantine,
conveniently.
you need to have 30 days of supplies, 30 days of food that you could get by.
We have like 2 weeks.
We have maybe 2 weeks.
So I'm thinking 30 days.
No, we have 2 weeks. We have at least 2 weeks.
One package of toilet paper should be good for 30 days. depending
Yeah.
on the size of your
Yeah.
family.
Alex and I go through
Josh and I
four-
are 2 people, and we even buy the smaller, like how many?
That video that you made of your car getting raided,
Yeah.
and they didn't take that TP.
We're still using
We're
that.
still using that
TP.
TP. That was last fall, last
So-
winter, early winter.
So
We don't use a lot
We
of
don't.
TP.
How?
I don't know why that happened, but when they couldn't buy toilet paper anymore, then they started on the paper towel. Which made a little more sense to me because if you're buying a lot of disinfectant spray,
Then
you
you're
gotta
gonna
have something to wipe it up.
down. But you know how you do that is you like Josh and I. We only use our paper towels for like when we eat,
Yeah.
and I use my wash rags for cleaning because those are reusable.
People don't understand the term reusable.
So
They just
on,
don't.
on Friday, this is Friday again.
Mhm.
I'm running all over, and I'm seeing orders go out the door that are huge, just huge orders. As I'm walking through the store, which I don't do a lot of anymore, but I did on Friday, just carts overflowing with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just then I'm reading stuff on social media, which you know how that is. But I'm like, people just saying, buy what you need.
Yes.
People are buying 3 months worth of stuff. No one's even said you can't leave your house.
Right.
No.
It's maybe not a good idea, and now there's nowhere to go anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
So maybe you got to eat at home, but it's almost prepper level, end of the world prepper
Yeah.
level that these people are buying.
People are
And
expecting the worst. I
So on
guess.
Friday, people were understanding, especially with their orders, because at points, we just didn't have the stuff to fill their orders.
We got a comment on YouTube saying went to Target before 4. No bread, eggs. Cough in your hand? Did you just cough? I'm
not positive.
Meat, toiletries, hand sanitizer, wipes. Target must have not restocked since we went.
No, I went today.
Yeah?
She's right.
Oh my god.
So
I didn't get bread, eggs, meat, or toiletries. I got like 2 cans of food and what was left.
Right.
There's nothing there, and that was at like 1.
So Friday, people were understanding. Saturday, they were less patient. Now, I was actually able to be off yesterday, so I don't know customer reaction. Today, people were even less patient and starting to blame the retail workers for not having stuff on the sales floor.
That's a bunch of BS. But
And-
that's how people are going to get when they're panicking.
And
I would
my
be that
staff.
customer, I'm sure, if I didn't understand customer service.
Well, that they don't understand how,
Supply and demand
Just-
is a thing.
Like,
and
exactly right. Just because there's a brick and mortar store doesn't mean when people are buying 3 times as much as they mean that the supply can still.
you're
get there.
not sending 3 times more trucks to the
No,
store.
there isn't that many.
You're sending the same amount. In fact, the supply of some locations it bases itself off of last year. So when you're getting orders, that's from your standard last year order. That's like basically, oh, we had this much demand on this one thing. That means this year it must be kind of the same. So that's kind of how a lot of retailers work. They're not gonna. You got people hoarding this stuff. It's gonna hurt their inventory.
I don't think
and-
they're going to go off of these numbers. There's no way.
You don't think so?
No, because they're going to look at when
They will
no,
adjust.
They're going to adjust.
I
it.
hope to.
2021 will adjust for 20 because they'll see the numbers in
That
2020.
I
Now,
hope they're
what-
smart enough to know.
What
that,
else
yes.
is interesting is there's a Walmart milk plant in Fort Wayne,
Mhm.
and my store is the closest store to it. We normally get a milk truck on Monday. I'm not sure if we ever got that milk truck to it. That's how far behind they
Oh
are.
my god.
So, and I did hear something from one of my managers, Prairie Farms, which is another milk company. One of my managers called them yesterday. Hey, can we get some more milk in? Or can I talk to a supervisor about getting more milk? And they're like, well, there's no supervisor here. They're all out driving to deliver milk.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So even their upper leadership was on a route to try to get milk out to stores.
This is
Mhm.
insane.
So what's irritating about it all is it's just to me it seems like a complete overreaction.
You just don't know.
The president came out today and said that it is.
It was Sunday.
He said
Um,
you only need to get what you need to get. And
We just don't
that's
know.
it.
We don't know what to prepare for.
Yeah.
We don't
So-
know. And there's people
Well,
are
it's just
saying one thing
because-
over the other over this COVID-19 virus, saying it's one thing over the other, saying one thing is it doesn't infect the younger, and then it says, oh, it does. It's only going to kill the older.
What you
I mean,
need
what
to
do you
know,
believe?
I know, but what you need to know is that no one has immunity.
Of course.
So, and the biggest thing, which is what I tried to explain to you on Twitch last night, was if you and I were to get it, if they were to do a lockdown, there is a reason for it. Whether you are positive or not, there is a reason for it, and that is to flatten that curve, and that is to decrease the exposure. And the best way to explain that is if everybody's in their house, then no one's going to spread it.
no one's
And
gonna-
eventually that virus is just
So
gonna
let me
go
ask
away.
you this, because you're in the
Yeah.
medical field. How is this and I'm maybe showing my complete ignorance here. How is this worse than just your normal flu?
I mean, I'm not any medical expert for.
You're in the
Oh,
medical field.
yeah, but I'm more like I treat certain things, or I help treat certain things, like as a nurse. But it's how do I put this? Like it spreads quicker than the flu.
Okay. I mean, that's all you gotta say.
Like it spreads quicker than the flu, and it's more dangerous than the flu right now, just because it's. I mean, that's just my.
I think it's because
understanding.
you can pinpoint what it is.
That is my understanding of it, is that right now there is no cure. It's just, and it
Right.
is how it is just for any virus. So
But
if I get the flu,
People can recover.
yes, just like the flu. So here's the deal. This is a perfect example of how I explained it to Josh. Is a few weeks ago when I had pneumonia. Beforehand, we had just got back from Key West. I
Mhm.
wasn't feeling very good after I got off the plane, and I had a very dry cough.
I'm wondering if you had it.
Then you would have had it, and you had no signs, and I would have
That's
passed.
okay.
I would have passed it to you. I would have passed it to every single
Because
person.
you had lung issues, you had dry cough,
but
you had headache.
The flu is also going around,
Yeah,
and the
well, it
flu
does-
was spreading at my hospital.
And it does every year. It
Yes.
spreads.
So
It's just weird to me that it just seemed to be
Yes.
like a few weeks before
it was
this
yes.
country went into full panic mode
But
that you had something.
I'm trying to tell you, perfect example is a few weeks ago when we got off the plane. The day after we got back from our trip, I had a dry cough, and I thought, and it happened on the plane. I was like, man, because you inhale all that dry air on the plane for 4 hours, and it really dries you out. You get off the plane, and I never, ever, ever once had a fever. So that's the other thing is this one comes with a fever and a really bad headache. I never had any of that. But I had a
You had a headache?
I had a dry cough. I had a dry cough for a week. I treated it at home with Mucinex and cough suppressants and things because if I would have gone to the doctor, they would have been like, you have a virus, drink plenty of fluids and go back to bed. Because that's what you do. Your body has to fight it off. That's really it. And you help your body by doing things like sleeping and fluid intake and things like that. When you need to go to the doctor, and this is why people need to listen, when you have it, you don't necessarily need to go to the doctor. Go to a little drive-in place that is offering the test. Find out if you're positive. If you are, go home. And you need to just treat your symptoms like the flu. Once it gets bad, or if it gets bad, then you go to the doctor.
So if you test positive, how do you know when you don't have it anymore?
It's saying
days.
like 14 days after you test positive, you're supposed to quarantine yourself, and it's supposed to. The flu is about the same. It's about 7 to 14 days.
So I've got some stuff here, some information.
I wasn't done.
Okay.
I wasn't done. So when I'm saying like I went to the doctor.
Yeah.
Because the only reason is like I went a whole entire week and I was like, man, I'm not getting any better. Went into the following week, so a week and a half later, I'm like struggling to breathe a little bit, and I'm noticing that at the end of that Wednesday night, a week and a half later, my lower right lung sounded crackly, and I'm like, man, we're gonna be going on a trip, and I'm not feeling very good, and it's getting like harder to breathe, and I'm getting dizzy. I'm like, you know what? Just because I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the doctor, and sure enough, my O2 stats were low, and she's like, you've got fluid in your lungs. You have pneumonia.
You had walking pneumonia.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. So, but I said, and she said, well, make sure you're treating yourself with Mucinex. Already doing it. Make sure you're taking this. Already doing it. Make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids. Already doing it.
You're doing everything.
I said,
you got mad, actually, because they were telling you all that.
They were telling me. I know. I got mad, but I was
like I'm a little child.
I shouldn't have gotten mad, but it was more like, I've already been doing this. The only reason I'm here is because I'm not a doctor and I need some azithromycin, please. Like I need an antibiotic to help. That's
they gave
why
you a breathing
I'm here.
treatment too.
And then they gave me a steroid breathing treatment. That really helped too.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to say is if you're positive, you stay home because we have a very good possibility of just fighting it off like a normal flu. The bad part is if you and I say, screw that, I have it, but I'm fine and I'll get through it and do my work day because I need to make money. Well, every person you come in contact with might not be able to fight it off, and you might have just killed someone. That's the big part. That's the pandemic.
Well, it should be normal practice to, if you're sick, don't go out.
But there's people
Any
that are
kind of
all
sick.
about like, I don't have any personal time or I don't
Sure.
have this. As
Yeah.
of right now, this is that deadly because there's no cure and there are people that are dying from it. You need to stay home.
Okay, I'm gonna give you some numbers of that because you're saying. So this is as of 1:30 p.m. today. This is March 16th. So time of recording 1:30. This is from a source of my that I've been looking at for a while. From the website is ARCGIS. If you Google search that, you can easily find a coronavirus live update. I don't know how. I saw another one that was like YouTube's doing a live stream of one, and it's a little different. So it's really hard to say, but this site says that over 178,000 confirmed cases, 78,000 or more have been recovered, 7,000 deaths. Now, 3,100 of them are in China, 2,158 of them are in Italy.
Yeah.
I know,
And
but here's
Italy
the
is, like,
deal.
completely locked
Those
down.
guys,
Mhm.
and that's
They didn't have
just-
the awareness like we do.
But that's what we're looking at.
Yes.
Yes, we might. They're like that now because they got it first. We're just now in the U.S.
We're
We're a week into it, and
will
we're just now starting the lockdowns. We're just now starting this and this and this. We are going to be like them no matter what. It's going to happen.
Okay.
You don't know that you're positive until days after you've already had it and you've infected everyone else. You were the most positive in the research that came out. You were the most positive 2 days after exposure, but you don't even start showing that you're sick until 4 days after, at least at the earliest, 4 days after.
One
I
thing
can
that,
have it right now, and you guys all have it right now.
one thing that bothers me that I'm not so certain on is that I'm not knowledgeable on is if you can get whether or not you can get infected again
I don't think we know that yet.
and worse.
I don't think we know that until after this first wave goes.
I've just read so many people saying that there's other people that have gotten it again.
I know, but you're
it's
going
so
to
hard
read,
to find a good source.
You're going to read that. I would not trust anything until we get through a nice big wave. It all goes away, because it will. It'll all calm down.
China's gone. They've gone lower now.
It's because they've
cases.
locked it down, and
Yep.
unfortunately, this is what needs to happen. It's really, it's going to be hard and very, very bad for our economic.
Oh, it's bad
for
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah.
But we need to do what they are doing. France just shut down France as of today, like hours ago. They are on lockdown. Italy's on lockdown. China's on lockdown. But they're going to start seeing.
I think Spain is too now.
Yeah, I think Spain is too. But
Mhm.
Canada shut its borders. We're shutting our borders. Like, it's that bad. It's spreading like wildfire.
Literally, I mean, a lot of people like to say that as like
Somebody,
just a phrase.
the best quote that I
bad.
found that we heard on a podcast was said by somebody that is a disease specialist, and he said, trying to stop this disease from getting in contact with you is like trying to stop the wind.
Yes.
And he was like the head of the disease whatever. And he's like, you're going to get it. It's inevitable. You're going to get it.
Yep. So whether or not people are freaking out about the face touching, the coughing, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it.
I've just told people, I'm like, I kind of just
Give it to me. Give it to me. I want to be patient 0.
I just want to get it. I want to get it over with. I want to quarantine myself, get my body some
All right.
immunity, and then be done.
Well, we need to get off this topic here eventually. I want to say one thing about our experience of this, and then Alex needs to tell
and I
her
need to tell my
story, and
story
then
real
I want to get off of coronavirus so we can start having a good podcast. So our experience has been, the food has been little and picked through. We went into Target not expecting the bread aisle to be completely wiped. All of the produce in Kroger's just cleared. It's unimaginable. No potatoes, no bananas. Canned goods are light. Bread is gone. Meat is scarce. It's just insane in some of the stores. Bars, restaurants, and public gatherings of now 10 or more is ill-advised. 50 or more has been officially.
It's gatherings. One of my
50 or more has been officially.
One of my
10 or more
coworkers
is-
just they had to cancel their wedding.
Wow.
It's next month.
Oh no.
Yeah, they had to reschedule it. They rescheduled it to the end of June.
That's insane.
Yeah. They have like their
We better
honeymoon
be able
and
to.
everything.
We better be
like-
able to travel for 4th of July.
I mean, no, because we got a wedding.
We got a wedding to go to.
But we'll see about it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, go keep going.
Pretty much the only thing that I've really experienced is, surprisingly, I haven't seen the craziness, but I've heard stories. And Alex, you have a story that you want to talk about.
I do.
That happened to you today.
You have you have what you had. This is as of 7 minutes ago. This is just the updates. Trump released national guidelines to control the virus, which is the taking people to gatherings of 10 or less. The epidemic has impended life across the U.S., meaning like it's spreading to everybody.
Except for West Virginia.
West Virginia somehow doesn't have any positive cases.
Nope.
Scientists say that there are likely 5 to 10 undetected cases for every confirmed one, which I completely
believe
understand. Yep, if more. The EU plans to seal itself off from almost all international travel. Health officials order millions of the Bay Area to shelter in place, which happened just like right before the podcast. Bay Area meaning like where Patrick is.
Right.
They're saying like certain counties in California are on lockdown.
Patrick was texting me, by the way.
Oh, is he on lockdown?
He said they might be making us shut down for the next 2 to 3 weeks, mandatory.
Yep. So they're putting California.
6 counties around him.
6 counties in California are on lockdown.
Yep.
So meaning like Italy status.
Thanks for the text, Patrick. That helps. That was good.
Stocks plummeted, and France imposes a nationwide lockdown.
Yep.
So that is as of 7 minutes ago. That is, and it's I go to it's the Corona live coronavirus updates is what it is on Google, and I've been watching them for the last few days.
So what happened to you today?
So today, I want to say, like, this is a positive thing that kind of came out about it. Because you always see, like, I've seen photos and videos of people, like, hurting each other over toilet paper and groceries like it's Black Friday.
Did you witness anything?
I didn't witness any fighting, but what I think is happening now is people know there's a shortage, so if they're there, need it or not, they buy it.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know?
almost did that, actually. When we were in Target, I was like, oh, we should get this and this and that. I was like, stop.
I'm like, other people need this shit. We don't.
And you were right.
Yes.
We should have gotten milk while we were there, though.
Yeah, we should have. Milk's gone now.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I've gone. Josh and I tried to go. What, Friday? Friday for
Saturday. It was
Saturday for groceries, and we got most of everything that we needed.
Mhm.
But we went to a few different places, and we could not find bananas, chicken, or beef. Those are the top 3 things that we needed that we didn't have. That were like, wow, we really need to get this stuff. So I went again, couldn't find anything. Went again today and went to 2 different places. One of the first ones was Target, like I said earlier, and I got everything else but that, like just extra little things like salads and little things to be able to make for lunches.
Mhm.
And then finally I went to my local grocery store, and again, just like I thought, like the first thing I did is I went to the back where all of the meat and everything is, and there was just so many people back there. And there's no carts, by the way. There's no carts. Everybody's back there, and everything is just black. It's empty, and I'm like, damn it. I'm like, when are they going to restock this stuff? Like,
I hate that question.
I know. I didn't know when the
It's
last
not
time
a case
it was.
of restocking.
She didn't-
It's a case of
But
having the
in this
stuff.
in this case, it was.
They had it. They
listen,
had it.
listen. As I'm about to leave, the deli person rolls out with a big old case of stuff, person high, and he starts grabbing beef and putting it out, and chicken and putting out. As he's doing it, people start just lining up without arguing anything. People start lining up next to him, and as he's setting beef down and as he's setting chicken down, people are just taking them and walking away. It was very and without anybody organizing it, we had a full line of people just by the stalker, grabbing what we needed, and we walked away. And by the time I got to him, there was probably at least 10 people behind me, just like with their carts, just like, more please. like he didn't even have to put it on the pretty much. But I was like, if I would have waited, not waited 5 minutes, I would have missed it. But he was just restocking the shelves, and he was like, you can just tell, like, we didn't talk. Nobody
What was
talked.
good is no one was rushing.
Nobody was
no one
rushing.
was grabbing off the cart.
No, everyone was just
Where
thank
was this?
you, Kroger.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just
That's
everyone
awesome.
was really nice.
That's great.
I haven't had to wait any more
Faith
than,
in humanity is kind of restored.
I haven't had to wait any more than 10 minutes in line at Target, Kroger, like really anywhere for groceries.
I think it's all hands on deck for all
It
stores
is.
at this
Like
point.
every single
I don't think people are
checkout
having
is
time
open.
off.
Yeah, every single checkout's open.
Brett, you don't know when your
So,
next day off is.
That was
Well,
at least
I was off yesterday.
that was at least a nice thing to see today.
You had
It was
yesterday.
like,
You didn't go in?
I was able to be off.
oh, that was really nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we have my store has gave all the overtime you want policy.
I'm sure.
So the problem is that at least the people on my team who bust their ass for literally running around for 8 hours a day, they don't want it because they're exhausted.
Exactly.
I almost want to go in as seasonal just to see if I could help.
Yeah.
Because I would do it.
I know, Josh.
I
Like,
know it.
I've worked Walmart
Yeah.
for like I can help.
I could do it. But
I fly.
I'm pilot. yes. Yes.
Right? That's perfect.
All right. Let's get off coronavirus, please.
I gave 3 elderly people wipes that I found. Good job, Paige. That's what you need
Let's
to do.
talk the movie club.
Please do.
Yes,
One
let's
thing.
talk, let's
One thing.
talk.
Just be safe out there, guys. Don't go crazy. And
Yes.
keep your loved ones updated how you're doing. Because I actually called my dad today, and I was like, dude, I'm scared for them
Yeah.
because they have a little bit. My parents are both a little overweight, and my dad has he does sleep apnea,
Yeah.
and so does I think my mom does too. And my mom has a few other ailments. I'm just like, I'm concerned about you
Oh.
guys.
Your mom has a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. Yes.
My
It's crazy.
my mom doesn't go out anyway, and my dad still works a lot, but he's in a kind of like you in a small
Right,
setting. So
Right.
I'm concerned about my mom. They just shut down the bars and restaurants, and
yeah. She's got
No karaoke,
shows.
guys.
Yeah.
so I'm gonna have to call her after this and be like,
Oh, yeah.
So what the hell's going
Probably
on
should.
with you?
So the movie club. So what the movie club is, every week we pick a movie to watch, and at least 1/3 of us has not seen it, is what the guideline is. And this week we chose The Revenant from 2015.
This was whose pick?
Alex's
My pick.
choice. And this stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hardy, Domhnall Gleeson, and Will Poulter.
Is Tom Hardy the bad guy?
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I did not see him.
What? It's totally.
How did you not hear his
seeable.
voice or see his
Yeah.
eyes?
Because he's got like some kind of weird, like Western or weird American accent that he's trying.
He
to
has
do.
that voice. I still hear Bane.
I heard it too.
Yeah, he
I-
still has that accent that he's always had.
Man, I hated his character. But anyways, okay, so I chose this movie because I had not seen it. Josh hasn't seen it, but Brett, you said you have seen it,
Mm-hmm.
and you saw it in the theater.
No.
No? Oh, okay.
As soon as it came out, though, I saw it.
But you've only seen it once.
Is this 2015?
So the reason why I chose this movie, really, for one, because I've not heard one bad thing about it.
No.
And for two, this is the only movie Leo's gotten an Oscar for, and he's deserved many more. So I was like, well, if this is the one, then I have to watch it because I'm a
Yes.
fan of it.
I'm surprised we waited 5 years to watch it, though.
Yeah.
That's what's kind of like mind-boggling to me. But Leonardo DiCaprio, amazing. in this
Amazing
film.
actor. He's always been an
I was
amazing
never
actor.
drawn out of it saying that's Leonardo DiCaprio. I was fully invested in the character as him being Mr. Glass. And I was just like, I don't see anybody else, and it's hard. That's what's good because when you see actors and you're like, oh, that's just
It's
Bruce
like-
Willis
yeah,
acting like
it's-
Bruce Willis, or
Yeah.
same with Harrison Ford, or
Typecasting.
typecasting kind of form where they hardly have to do any effort. It's kind of annoying, but
No,
no,
he was fully submerged in this character.
he ate a raw bison liver.
For real.
That's real.
Like where he threw up.
That reaction was real.
He method acted this thing.
Yes, he did.
Mhm.
He lived in the wilderness and he ate stuff like that. It's just insane what he had to do. What he chose to do for it, and it worked. It really did. And Tom Hardy, I think he needs to portray more villains. He has a good look about him being the antagonist. And the looks he gave to tell the story. I mean, I just love the character all around. It was good. Really good film.
Josh and I were like,
It's great.
all right, you know the part where Tom Hardy's character, they make it back to base, right? And he's getting paid and whatnot. And Josh and I are looking at each other like, I really hope he gets what's coming to him. Like, we're like so pissed at that point.
So what happens is Leonardo DiCaprio's character, he's a fur trapper, and
This is like
it's a
what,
whole-
1800s?
Mhm, it's
Yeah.
in the early 1800s, and it's based in South Dakota.
Yeah, we had to look that up.
South and North Dakota is where it's taking place, and they're talking about Missouri in that area. So Leonardo DiCaprio's character gets attacked by a bear. Not attacked. I can't even say attacked.
I can't even say attack. But
He gets
it's not
effed
even mauled. He got
that was the
effed up.
hardest scene to watch in my
I couldn't watch it again. 'Cause
No.
I watched
Like
it
this.
the first time.
I didn't think the bear was gonna attack
hands
him
over my
again.
face the whole time.
I didn't know it was gonna happen again because the first time it happened, I was like, "This is so bad." I guess it was pretty gruesome, and then he does it again. I'm like, that part was just. I'm like, that's
And Alex was like, "It's a 1,000-pound animal." No, they weigh up to like 600.
that's
So-
still 600 pounds
on your face.
on your face and on your back with these long ass claws going into your back. Jeez.
Yeah, so he gets left for dead
Ugh.
by his son gets murdered, and then left for dead by two of his men, and survives in the wilderness.
Makes it back.
It
to the
crazy,
fort.
crazy.
I want to talk about this.
Go ahead.
I don't like it.
What?
So
You can kiss my ass with that opinion.
I don't like it.
9.5 is what I'm giving this one.
This-
Brilliant movie.
listen, this was quite the accomplishment from a filmmaking standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
The story I was bored with,
Because you probably
and
seen it
if you
before,
gave
so.
me four other movies, four other of Leo's best movies, and this movie, I wouldn't have guessed he got an Oscar for this because he barely speaks. I would have
all
said
of
That's
the
why he
acting's
got
in
an
his face.
That's why he got an Oscar.
I know this. I would have given it to him for Departed over this.
Have I seen The Departed? Have I still not seen The Departed?
No.
I still haven't seen The
No.
You
Departed.
would give it to
Sorry for
him
you.
for that?
Over this?
No.
Yes.
He's just playing a Boston brute. That's all he is.
He plays that in,
Maybe
like, a
so,
lot of
but I
movies.
would have not.
It's
guessed
just
that
Leo
he
being
would've got
Leo.
it. Maybe so, but my point remains.
I mean, you give Leo cocaine, and that's Wolf of Wall Street. Okay, so
I think he deserved an Oscar for that one too. I think it was great.
Now
It
I
was
don't
brilliant.
remember being as bored with it the first time I watched it, but this
Okay.
time I was just like,
that's the only. That's the only.
2.5 hours of him crawling in the snow.
Okay, that's the only thing I disliked about this was the pacing was a little slow. It allows you to grasp the environment, though.
Sure.
The cinematography. I could see it. I was like, I'm bored of him being in the middle of a freaking field of snow.
But you
feel it.
you are
Engaged.
no, not
No?
engaged. You're
I don't know what that means.
suck it in. You're pulled in or whatever I said before.
Engrossed?
What did Leo do with his character?
Method acting?
I said the word before.
Okay.
Did you guys recognize the captain?
Yes, I said his name.
Yes.
Domhnall Gleeson.
Do you? What else?
Yeah,
has he
he's
been?
Hux.
from
What?
Star Wars,
He's
and
Hux.
he's from
What else?
Harry Potter.
And
Those are the two we know him from.
No, there was another one.
Yes,
There was another one.
there was, but those are the two big ones,
Oh my god, who was the other one?
pop culture wise, anyway.
What was the other one?
American Made.
Oh, I never saw that one.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you did. You watched it at
Oh
my
yeah,
house.
I did.
The Tom
Yes, I
Cruise
did.
one that's
Yeah,
very
that one.
forgettable, I guess, to Alex.
No, I like that movie. I can't remember the
It
name
was
of that movie.
it was Tom Cruise's handler in
Yeah.
American Made.
The
Yeah.
actor's name is Domhnall Gleeson.
Yeah.
So you
I
have
didn't-
that in
I
your
didn't
brain,
know
Brett.
his name.
Put it in your brain right
I
now.
guess I'll know it now. 'Cause I totally missed. What was the first one you said he was in?
He's in Star Wars.
Star
No,
Wars.
the other one.
Oh, Harry Potter.
I don't know that.
You've never seen
Is he
it.
the third kid?
No,
No.
that's his
He's-
brother.
He's one of the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's one of the Weasleys.
One of the Weasleys.
The Okay, so I'm just gonna say this one thing. Harry Potter, Harry's friend Ron, big family.
Big family.
Just think big
the-
family that
like
lives in
the
a shoe.
Skarsgård?
What?
Is it like the Skarsgårds?
Yes, big
Yes,
family,
big
family.
family.
Like brothers, sisters. He has twin brothers. He has a younger sister, older brother. I think he has another older brother in the. I'm gonna,
They got a big.
the Harry Potter fans are mad at me right now.
Tell me you recognized Will Poulter.
Yes,
Did I?
yes.
Okay.
Kenny from We're the Millers.
Oh yeah, it was like
You
the-
can't forget
you
that
can't
face.
forget his face. I was like, because I couldn't take him seriously because that's all I think about is that movie.
Now,
Okay, I don't like his face, but I like his acting.
Here's what I
He can
don't
do it
know.
very well.
How much time passed between him getting attacked by the bear and making it back to the base?
That's what I
I
want
think
to
it
know.
was weeks.
I think it was weeks as well
It
because
had
an
to be
expedition back then take a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Because you're on foot. It had to have been weeks.
Because eventually he was walking without his stick, so
Mhm.
he,
Yeah.
Healed
he basically
up.
broke his ankle.
Well,
Yeah,
you
he
had to
did.
also look at because he's also healing from his wounds on his neck to be able to talk. That's not going to take a matter of days because when he drank that water, it came out through his
Yeah.
trachea, which means it's going to take at least a couple weeks for that to heal up.
So just to
I'm looking it up.
reiterate something, I'm not saying he didn't do a good job acting. I'm saying I like some of his other performances better.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna disagree with you. I loved we've got Paige on here on YouTube that says remember when he slammed his hand on the glass in Django Unchained and they kept filming because his reaction afterwards and his hand started bleeding, all that other stuff because that was real.
Mhm.
And Josh and I watched that movie, and that scene right there is so intense. And the fact that after we watched that we found out that was actually real. That was the one scene that I remember going back to Josh going, "Oh my God, can you imagine if that was real?" And it was real.
Okay, guys, I just want to let you know that The Revenant is very accurate based on a true story.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Very true. The thing that was saying is that Hugh Glass, he did not seek out those who abandoned him, or he did seek him out, but he did not kill them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, you mean it's a movie. I mean, it's
Right. I'm trying to find out how long the journey was.
technically he didn't kill the guy. The Indians killed the
Yeah.
Right.
guy. So,
Did
because
slice
remember
him
at
up
the
pretty
end he
good.
was he said something in Pawnee that said is pretty much let the Lord judge, not me, or
Sliced him up pretty good though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fitzgerald and Hugh Glass are real, but Glass did not kill or fight Fitzgerald in real life. Yeah, he really got attacked by a bear too. That's insanity.
No,
I
I
just wonder if
seriously,
his-
when he was laying there after the bear attack, I would have put myself out of my misery, or at least asked somebody to. There is no way I would have kept going.
I think
the captain almost did it.
I
Mm-hmm.
bother Alex a lot while we're watching the movie because I will I will always Google search things, and his canteen is legit. That, I was like,
Yeah.
there's something significant about that swirl.
And I said, yes, obviously there is because they zoomed in on it, and we'll probably find that out later. So don't put it in your phone.
I did anyway, and then I got something spoiled for me.
Yes, you did, like
About
usual.
I read about the crazy things that he did in the movie. Anything else you guys want to touch on this?
Ask Brett which film Leo was in that he thinks he deserves an
I
Oscar.
already said that.
Yes, you did.
The Departed?
Is there any other?
I've
Anything
heard
else?
that I've never seen it, but I've heard he's very good in The Aviator.
Mm-mm.
Never seen The Aviator.
Yeah, I kind of skipped out on a lot of Leo's
Yeah, I
career.
haven't
You know
seen-
what?
Like I haven't seen Django.
I haven't seen Blood Diamond.
I feel
I've seen
like
that either.
Brett would like Django.
No.
Yeah,
Not-
I think he would.
I don't know. It's a Tarantino, and I didn't like Hollywood.
But you didn't
This
like
isn't-
Inglourious either.
No, but
I
this
haven't
is
seen Inglourious.
I thought you
I think I said that
Yeah, he said that before.
100 times.
I feel like
didn't
this,
didn't
it's
change my
not-
life any.
it's
So why am I gonna
definitely-
put it in my brain, Brett?
Excuse me.
it's definitely not the ones that you've seen. It's different the way that it's written and stuff. So I feel like the way that the story is and whatnot, I feel like you would
Gilbert
like
Grape.
it.
Okay.
No,
He's a
and I
kid
would
in
say
that.
Yeah.
yeah, he is. I think that was his first movie.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I've
I
never
think
seen
that
Maybe
it.
his first leading role.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape, I think, was
Yeah.
his first major
Yeah,
movie.
Johnny Depp.
Shutter
Which-
Island. I haven't seen that.
That was
That was
like
pretty good.
I didn't think it was amazing.
I didn't say it was amazing. I said it was pretty good.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Oscars here
No.
because she said What's Eating Gilbert Grape, and I said I would have given it an Oscar for that one.
Ah. Yeah.
Pick a movie, Josh.
Okay, so
Hey Josh.
I just want more Leo and Tom together, guys. Let me look at my list here, man. I've got actually, you know what? I think I've got it.
Do we have a choice or are you just gonna say one?
I think I'll give you guys a choice.
I like choices.
Now I'm gonna go back on a couple of them
Okay.
because I've said these before. Either Enemy of the State,
No. Wait, is that with Will Smith?
mm-hmm,
I've seen that one. It's a good movie.
or Edge of Tomorrow. That's Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt.
Oh, is that the one I've seen too, where it
Mhm.
like rewinds?
Mhm.
And
I
stuff?
think
That one's a
I'd
good
like
one
to
too.
see Enemy of the State because I've never seen that one.
Okay.
and that's been
That is
You'll
a-
like that one.
Jerry Bruckheimer
Yeah.
did that.
Bruckheimer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, and I think that's one I want to watch with you too, because I feel like that was like.
It's fun.
I mean, you're a
Should
Will
be
Smith
able
fan.
to on Friday.
Yeah.
You know,
we can
unless
do
we're
that.
on lockdown.
I won't be on lockdown.
But
That's true.
he can just come over and he lives
What are
here.
they gonna put a cop at my door?
Yes, Paige, we talked about that last week. Brett has seen Hook. And yes, Josh has seen Hook.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mention another Robin Williams film for the rest of this damn podcast forever. God, Alex,
No, I
we went
still
through
have-
like how
nope.
many?
I have one more that I'm gonna have on my list because I know that he's not seen it, and I don't know if you have.
Please
so
don't say Patch Adams.
I'm not saying it.
So
Enemy of the State's our next one.
before we go on to the fan topic, I
Yes.
want to talk about Dumb and Dumber real quick
Why is this a thing?
That's just like a swing. Why?
because I watched a video on a certain amount of things. I can't remember how many that you didn't know about Dumb and Dumber.
What don't I know about Dumb and Dumber?
So did you know how much money Jim got?
Well, we don't know money.
versus-
Oh, I don't know money wise. No.
Well, that's what I'm
Well,
talking
I don't
about.
know, like about the story or hidden.
Who
things
said it
or-
was limited to the friggin' story? Do you want me to do an impromptu Dumb and Dumber pop quiz right now?
Mock.
Let's do it.
No.
Yeah.
I'll bring it up right now.
Ing.
You want me to? This will be
Yeah.
hard.
Josh, shut up. Okay, Brett, what don't I know about Dumb and Dumber?
Let me think here.
I'm gonna do the quiz. What did you learn?
No, well, you made it sound like, what do I not know about Dumb and Dumber?
Do you know how many
Give me 3 questions to stump you.
Okay.
What time does Lloyd go to the bar, the hotel bar?
Oh God, 11 p. Or it's like
Oh.
it's like she's like, well, what did she say?
Mm.
I know, right? Jeez.
Ah.
I know because
Maybe
like,
she meant something at night.
I know that she says that. I don't know. It's 11. That's the first thing that comes to my head.
Josh?
I'm gonna say 9.
He went at 10 a.m.
Okay,
10.
right in between.
Right in between.
All right, so that's let me get another one here.
10.
What kind of beer did he buy that got mugged by the old lady?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Modelo? I don't know.
Corona.
Coors. Pretty sure it was Coors. Is it Coors or Bud Light? But I'm
See,
pretty
you
sure
don't
it's
even
Coors.
freaking know.
Yeah, well, I had it in my head. I had the picture of the box.
Senior
so I'm like,
citizens.
wait a minute. No, I'm pretty sure it's Coors. You want to? Are you looking at
I'm
that?
looking it up.
Okay.
You're just gonna look up like that scene. I don't know.
What does what does Harry call the old lady that runs the dog show?
Harry, that I don't know. I don't know.
You don't, Josh? Do you know?
Hold on.
What is Harry call the old lady that runs the dog show?
I'm looking at the beer.
What is it?
What?
It's Coors Light.
It's I can't tell yet. He's behind the stupid box.
He's trying to watch it.
I'm trying to watch it.
I can find it fast.
It's Coors Light.
Okay.
So what does Harry call the old lady who runs at the beginning, the old lady that runs the dog show? He calls her the wrong name, but what's he call her?
I don't remember.
I mean, I don't remember that.
I think he says the B word. I think he says bitch, doesn't he? No?
He says, Mrs. Noogie Burger, and she's like, newborn. Newborn.
Newborn. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's like, newborn.
I
I
win.
want to watch that movie.
I win.
Okay, so what'd you,
Okay, so
No, you don't, Alex. We've seen
I
it.
do. I
So
love that movie.
Jim Carrey films this after Ace Ventura and then The Mask, because all three of these came out in '94.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time he gets to Dumb and Dumber, he's in high demand. So he gets $7 million for doing Dumb and Dumber.
Mm.
Jeff Daniels, whose agent did not want him to do this movie because he had just done Speed the same year.
Oh,
And-
that's a complete
And
opposite.
the
Yeah.
Farrelly brothers wanted him for a movie he did in 1986 or 84, but 86 I think, and it was a serious movie. So they're like, well, we want Jeff Daniels, and Jeff's starting to do these serious movies, and him and his agent didn't want to. Well, Jeff hears, well, they got Jim Carrey to do the other half, so Jeff's like, I want to be in this movie. So Jeff took a pay cut to be in this movie because the studio didn't want him either.
Oh.
$50,000.
What?
Did he get any royalties?
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure I
Okay.
got royalties.
But
Okay.
just straight up, we'll give you, this is in your contract money for doing Dumb and Dumber. And he said, I think he said in an interview, it was the most fun he's ever had in his life
I'm
on that
Yes.
set.
I'm certain.
And he had to be in it. So
I mean, you could just tell the most fun
Okay.
just by watching the
Yeah,
movie.
he spent time with Jim Carrey before he went crazy. That'd
Yeah.
be great.
But $7 million versus $50,000. Talk
That's it.
about two separate ends.
Would
for
they
the
get
two
paid for
co-stars.
two?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
I
I,
think
just know
too-
like
I
two,
think
you could
people-
just tell that they did it to have fun.
Yeah,
like that's
and
all
I
it
don't
was.
think anybody even cares that it was okay, but I think they're happy to forget about it and just enjoy the first one over
Right.
and over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. It's a classic.
Yeah.
It is a classic.
I mean,
But I think critically it didn't do all that well.
Why
when
don't you
when
look it up?
released.
I wonder what
I
the
love being
score
the
is.
IMDb guy.
Yeah,
at
why
this
don't you
table.
look up the IMDb
But
on Dumb and Dumber?
I do know
I'm
that
just gonna
it's,
become the guy over there eventually.
It's
The
gonna be.
microphone.
I bet you it's gonna be like 40% on Rotten Tomato with 100% people like this movie.
I do know that their budget was 17 million, and I think it made around 200 globally, or maybe like
What was I looking up again?
170.
I just know I said it.
IMDb on Dumb and Dumber. The
What?
score.
The score.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes or whatever.
67.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
not
all right,
good.
I know, but what is it like? Does it-
89% like this movie.
Oh, I would have thought it'd been higher than that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've met anybody that's
This-
like, I hate that movie.
What I was wondering is, what movie? Okay, so this came out December 6th, 94.
Yeah.
Box office, 247 million.
Yeah,
It must
so
have been the Jim
against
Carrey
a,
name.
against a $17 million budget.
That's amazing. That won the studio in the 90s. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's really good. So
Okay, that is all that I had about Dumb and Dumber.
okay, so we have a topic for the week, and this week we have what your ultimate hangover cure is, and we had this actually put on all of our social media. So if you guys were on there and you answered there, then we're gonna be checking out our social media places and seeing if there's any answers there. Otherwise, those watching, you can always put it in the comments as well. We want to know, what is your ultimate hangover cure? Brett, go. What do you got?
Brett, go.
When I needed them, it was always a greasy burger.
That sounds amazing. Like as a hangover cure. I got
Screw you guys.
I've got burger and
Well,
fries on
And
mine.
honestly, when I get up,
Made me
I need
burp.
I think that came through the
I
mic.
need to eat when I wake up from a night.
Yeah, you
I don't know how people can do that because the moment I wake up, I do not want water. I don't want Gatorade. All I want to do is puke. If I smell food, or especially if I smell alcohol still laying out, I am in the toilet. Like,
Alex,
cannot do
You-
it.
okay, first of all, let's break it down. You're female.
I
Females don't break down
understand that.
alcohol?
You guys have some kind of enzyme in your liver that helps break down alcohol and digest it better than females. Whatever.
I don't know why.
Well, and I need to eat somewhat regularly anyway.
Right.
So
So do
need-
I. But I can go without eating for all day if I want
Brett's
to.
not gonna take that
I'm not
break.
waiting all day to eat.
I wouldn't either.
I felt it on Friday, that long day at work. I got up and went to work. I did not eat until like 2 p.m. and I could tell that I was significantly reduced in my productivity because I hadn't taken time to eat yet.
Oh my.
Okay, so Brett, so you like a
Burger and fries.
burger and fries.
Just burger.
I've never tried to have a beer because I just don't want
That's
it.
the one thing all three of us I think need to try.
No,
The hair of the
think I can
dog.
do it.
no.
Everyone's like,
All
"It
three of us need to go out
works."
for as a podcast, get smashed in the morning, just have somebody go. We're all
I-
like, bleh.
I did.
Juice
So,
did it when
Did
we
you see?
were on his show.
Did you see what Patrick put
Oh, I got
yeah.
his stuff on
Did you
here.
see my response?
I did. Yes.
Yeah, I did.
We'll make sure
I'll
we
make
mention
sure he
that.
gets it up.
Alex, what's
It was
yours?
great.
My hangover cure is waking up and puking and getting everything out of my system. Actually, my hangover cure starts before I go to bed because if I'm alert enough, I need to puke before I go to bed. That's what starts it. Puking is my thing.
Saves you.
It saves me really. But my ultimate hangover cure is sometimes I'll eat like a famotidine, like a stomach coater. That sometimes helps. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I have had so many bad hangovers. There's a lot of different combos. My ultimate though, as far as food and what gets me over that hump is sipping on Gatorade and tea, like alternating Gatorade and hot tea, blue Gatorade, or if there's no blue, purple. Gatorade.
She doesn't know the names of them.
And I'm talking sipping, like every 30 minutes to an hour, a sip at a time. And then after that, my hangovers take forever. And then by 4 p.m., at least 4, it's got to be at least 4 that day. Chicken nuggets and French fries from McDonald's. Yep. And after I get that in my system, try to sleep. And after I wake up, then I'm good.
Then you devour the fridge.
Then I wake up and I'm like, I feel great and I'm hungry. And then I will eat anything that you put in front of me.
I've got an actual system for me. Mine is either water or Gatorade, and then eventually move on to eggs. Do breakfast mainly, eggs, coffee, toast, juice.
I did used to do homemade ham, egg, and cheese bagel sandwiches.
We were doing those bagels for a while too.
Those are so good. You should make those.
Yeah, and sometimes a breakfast meat added in. Not necessary, but it did help. And the thing is, like, eggs is a big one. Eggs is really big. People need to have eggs.
I do not want eggs when I'm hungover.
Eggs helps. Eggs helps your hangover.
No, I don't want eggs for like I don't want eggs for like a week.
Scientifically proven.
Yes, I understand that. But eggs are like the last thing I want to put in my body. I want some fried chicken. That's what I want. Fried chicken is what cures it.
What else? Or any comments?
Oh yeah, I'll go to Facebook and then
I've got a secondary one that if I had the access to, I would do, and that's getting that damn IV because there is nothing in this world that has ever cured my hangover so freaking fast and made me feel so good that I could have drank a bottle of tequila.
That's not easy access.
No, it's not. But if we had one of those hydration places here in Fort Wayne,
yeah, but you're gonna pay that every time.
No, but I would be more prepared to go out and be like, let's get trashed, because in the morning I'll just get myself hooked up to an IV.
Oh my,
that's weird.
It's not. Yeah, I thought it was weird when I walked in there, but after you get that feeling of like you feel like death, and an hour later you're like tequila.
For how much money?
$100, $140. But I also I'll
be miserable for a day and save $140.
It's worth it.
It's worth it if I go out for, and I'm saying because I only go out so many times a year, like and drink. I'm saying like it's totally worth it.
I don't get that bad hangovers, so I would.
If you were in my body for the day that happened to me, you would have completely changed your mind. The fact that Josh leans over to me.
I'm pretty sure I would have still just saved the $140.
Josh leans over to me when I'm in the chair getting my IV, and Josh goes, "Jer wants to go jet skiing in an hour. What do you think?" And I'm like, like, are you freaking kidding me?
You were pretty.
I just kind of looked at him and did this. I was like, But no, if we actually would have gone a little bit earlier, we probably would have been able to go.
Comments.
So I'm gonna just mention the Facebook one immediately. That's going on here. So Patrick, shout out. He said, "Big bowl of menudo works great. It's not called the Mexican hangover soup for nothing. I love menudo.
Are you gonna pull
think
menudo?
I need to make some more soon. Yes, I will. And Brett, what did you say? I'm gonna pull it up here.
I replied to it. I said, Patrick, you can't just make up stuff.
Make up
because I've never heard of it before.
It's such an interesting item.
It looks like curry.
You will not eat this when I tell you what's in it.
No, I'm sure I won't.
Brett probably won't. Will I?
No.
I won't?
No.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so I'm pulling this up on our YouTube here so people can get a look of what it looks like. This is actually a really good photo.
It looks yummy.
Like stew.
It's
no, it doesn't. It looks
else.
like ravioli.
It looks like a stew.
I need to find our screen here for a second. So
like it looks like Chef Boyardee ravioli.
Yeah, so that's
not as soupy.
Yeah,
or it's more soupy than ravioli.
So let me tell you what's in this while you guys are looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, menudo, also known as, oh my gosh, pancita, little gut or little stomach, from
Oh, God.
Spanish, it's also called panza, is a traditional Mexican soup made with cow's stomach in broth with a red chili pepper base. It shares the name of a stew from the Philippines made with pork and pork liver.
No.
It also main ingredients consist of beef tripe, broth, hominy,
tripe,
lime,
yes.
onions, cilantro, oregano, red chili peppers. There's
All right.
variations though.
I will tell you, if you did not tell me what was in this, and Patrick was here, and we went out for a night of drink, he's like, "Let me make you some."
Hold on.
I was gonna say Modelo.
That's the traditional. That's the traditional. I'm seeing what the
and he puts it in front of me.
alteration
I'm
is.
sure it tastes amazing.
People use more peppers is an alteration, but it's not looking
Other
like
than all the
anything else.
stomach and meats and stuff, it sounds good.
You don't know what stomach tastes like till you try it.
I know, but that doesn't sound
Don't
good.
knock it till you try it. That's what I'm
Doesn't
saying.
sound good.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, he did think those suckers he sent us tasted good. that was
Yeah.
that lasted all of a second.
Maybe we have a different palate.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Any
I
other
know.
comments?
Alex has some.
I
that-
do.
that
I've
she
got,
pulled up.
I've got some comments here. Okay, so comment. He just sent me 2 pictures, but Josh will agree with it.
Who?
Varric off of Instagram. He sent me a picture of a big ass greasy burger and a picture of Pedialyte.
Pedialyte's
I
just like
heard that's
Gatorade.
very good.
It's
yeah.
it's a lighter form of Gatorade. It's like a low sugar Gatorade.
Yeah. And then we've got Woo Long Talks podcast.
Shout out.
They said a greasy fry up, sausage, bacon, beans, and fried eggs with a big old glass of OJ. I'm like, fried food it is, guys.
Here's the problem. Alex and I, we're hungry right now. And we're just talking about all this food.
I know. And then we've got J360 podcast.
Shout out.
He said, "Is there a cure?"
Just make you feel better. I
That
think
is what
every
that's,
hangover has to run its course.
Yeah, that's what I have on Instagram.
Yeah. I would just say basically a lot of people go after fatty foods. Carbs are always
Yes.
good. Make sure that you
no
get the
other
rest.
Comments?
No, it was a really light one this time.
Yeah. There's a lot of.
It's because
there's
there's
a
so
lot
much
going
more in other
on
people's
social
minds.
media right
Sure,
now.
No
I
one wants
get
to
it.
talk about drinking.
Well,
No.
did you put it out today or yesterday?
We
today.
always put it out in the morning.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Wait, before you.
no, I'm not gonna yet. I'm waiting for what you're gonna say.
Well, I know you had a topic,
I
but
do.
I like Paige's question, so I don't know if you want to use that or we just want to answer that.
We can answer that.
Okay, here's a good question. If you could take any prop from any movie set, what would you grab?
I would grab Darth Maul's lightsaber. At me, bro. That's it.
It's not real.
That's it. I want it.
It's not real.
So
Prop.
You mean the prop so that it doesn't light up just like
Just
it
prop.
was closed?
Ray Park touched that thing. Did you see another double-bladed lightsaber in Star Wars?
I mean, that lightsaber is pretty dope.
Isn't it though?
Except it's just the
It's
handle
all
that
it
you
is
get
the
it.
grip.
You know
That's
what?
all it is.
You know how heavy that thing's gonna be though? And,
Very.
Like, made out of some good metal. It's gonna look legit. You saw your cousin's
I know,
lightsaber
I know,
collection that he's
and
made and
The
collected.
hilts,
The hilts,
they're very
They
heavy.
look legit and good. That's what I want on my. I want that on my shelf.
Okay.
You
You.
I don't know, man.
think about it. Come on.
I am thinking about it. And
Don't
then,
look at you. You're watching
Right
it.
now.
Well,
Tell
I'm
you.
gonna think about it for another minute.
Brett, you're gonna have to go. I don't know.
I want Frank Castle's White Skull vest from The Punisher in Oath 4.
I mean, I'm trying to think of like my favorite movies, and I'm like, I kind of just want the actor as a prop. Let him be my prop for a day.
Think of your favorite films. Think of them and what you would take
Oh.
off set.
Seriously, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I mean, you know me.
Goodness.
The only thing coming to mind is Thor's hammer, and I can't even tell you that that's like a real thing. No, I know it. I'm gonna take Baby Yoda.
Ooh.
Yep, taking Baby Yoda.
That is a prop.
Yep.
You want to go over there and grab that one,
I'm
Alex?
taking the animatronic Baby Yoda.
Go grab Baby Yoda, Alex.
Well, I can't. Brett's right there.
I'll go grab it.
That's what I'm taking. Right now, I am taking the animatronic
It's
Baby
not
Yoda.
very original. I'm a little disappointed.
Well, that's what I want right now. I want Baby Yoda. That thing is so cute. Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. That is a prop.
It is prop.
Yep.
So there we go.
I
That's
guess,
what
yeah,
want.
maybe like the Mandalorian's helmet would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
That actually would be.
That would be
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking Star Wars.
I don't know. Brett, is there anything else that you would say? Alex, I'm surprised you didn't choose this.
Yeah, I don't know. Harley Quinn's
Oh, for you?
Yeah, like I can't think
anything
of
from Harley. Any Harley
Yeah,
Quinn
what about
item?
her bat?
Her bat.
I made her bad.
Her mallet.
You made it, but it ain't the one Margot
I know,
Robbie
but
used.
like to me, like I already have that. Like it's a prop. It's already there. Like
Her mallet?
no, I wasn't a big fan of the mallet.
No.
No, like my favorite prop from hers was the bat, and I made it.
Maybe the hoverboard from Back to the Future.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good.
Maybe
one.
the shoes.
Or you mean the lace?
Yeah, the
future shoes.
Yep.
Lightsaber from the original film.
Indiana Jones fedora.
Oh, the
Ooh,
heart of
that's a good one,
the
too.
ocean necklace.
Get out of here. Heart of the
No,
ocean.
I'm good. I'm
So
good.
we have a topic for this week. It's going to be. I didn't know whether or not we should have put this one, but it's a good one. I think. And I think it'll get enough
The
response.
Game of Thrones throne.
Oh yeah, you just. Yeah.
It can
That would-
sit right
That
here.
would fall through the floor. It
That thing
probably
is
weighs 1,000
heavy.
It's
pounds.
gonna sit right here.
Probably chiseled out of.
Like that's how it would be like.
legit iron.
Yeah, I mean, you know that scene out of Parks and Rec.
Yeah, where he sits on the
she
throne.
gets. He's like,
It's the Iron Throne.
it's the Iron
And you know
Throne.
what? We didn't watch Game of Thrones at that point yet, did we?
Yes,
We did? So we
Yes,
knew
that's
it.
why I thought it was such a great scene because he gets on and he's like, yes, no.
It's great.
No, I like that.
So the question I have this week is, in light of COVID-19, how do you plan or have planned to pass the time at home in quarantine?
Oh yeah, that's
That's
yes.
a good one.
So I mean, you guys,
in the event that you are, because
Yeah.
nobody is really quarantined.
we already have people like Justin was asking me and Alex what he can play with his wife on Xbox because they're
Planning on
sitting at
being
home. Yeah.
quarantined.
And he's like, I might get a Switch.
It's
like,
I
well,
think
there's some
about
games
going
on
and
there
buying a
too.
Switch.
Yeah. So I was like, seriously, like, I need some ideas too
That-
because
see,
that happens to us.
I like that, but that is my life.
Yeah. Because
I don't really go anywhere.
you go out when we beg you.
Exactly.
You
like
go out when we
twice a
beg
year.
I go to work. I mean, I will go to eat by myself.
See, gamers aren't worried.
No.
Gamers,
That's what I said. So when I sat down to Twitch today,
Not just gamers, but people who can entertain themselves by themselves.
yeah.
Right.
When I sat down
Which is
to
my
do
life.
Twitch today, that was exactly what was going through my mind. I was like, I'm not worried. I've got 3
Alright,
screens
We
right
got,
here.
we
to
gotta save this.
entertain
We gotta save
myself.
this. We gotta save this. We're talking way too much about
I know.
it.
Okay. So the other thing back to that question on the movie prop thing. Paige also said the Velociraptor claw from Jurassic Park.
Yes.
That's
I
a
would
good
say
one.
that or the night vision goggles.
yes.
Oh, the night vision goggles. Yes.
We should have just had this as a freaking topic entirely.
I said it.
No, not for
You know, we should make that a fan topic for another time.
eventually.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think we should.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, that's a good fan topic.
If you guys have any other fan topics you want to recommend, do put them in the comments
I would have
or
said
tweet at us.
Indiana Jones whip, but I'm sure I would hurt myself with it.
Yeah, exactly like he did the first time he used it. Oh, oops! I don't know how to use this thing properly.
Do you know how that scene came about?
I've heard it.
It was a mistake.
Yeah,
right?
wasn't it?
Well,
Oh no, I do.
No. Okay, so Harrison Ford actually does have a scar
Yes,
on
he
his
does
chin
because he did
because
that.
he got in a car wreck when he was really young. So they
Mm-hmm.
just put it in that he got that because he cracked the whip trying to fend off the lion and it hit him in the chin.
Mhm.
I want to talk about the next topic here.
What?
wanna-
What?
A LAN party. So we were talking about quarantine and stuff. Did,
Oh, I already know the answer to that one.
what?
Pick a weapon from a video game for battle. There's your topic.
Mm,
You know where it's at? Sitting right behind Brett. That's my weapon.
Galahorn, the Iron Galahorn from Destiny. So Brett, there
What?
is a documentary coming out. I don't know if you recognize this photo, and I'm going to show it on our YouTube as well.
I've
Do
got
I
my weapon right
recognize it?
here.
What is it, Bungie?
What? No, that's a LAN party. There's a guy
Oh,
duct
he
taped.
is. He's duct taped to the
Duct taped
ceiling.
to the ceiling event. So there is a documentary coming out about LAN parties, and it's going to be mentioning this.
Cool.
Very interesting topic. Did you ever do any?
Yeah,
You did.
That's how I got to play Halo 2 the first time.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was mainly into for LAN. I would say Halo.
We did LAN parties for
At my school.
yeah.
We did
It
Call of
was
Duty.
Call of Duty
Mhm,
and yeah,
mhm.
yeah, Call of Duty.
Yeah, I was thinking about LAN parties and stuff. It's like, man, I kind of miss those days. Where
The
people
thing
would
is, like, we
gather.
don't need
You
to
don't
do
need
that.
to, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you don't need to.
I know. I don't really know him. I know of a guy who intentionally gets people together to LAN party, and I'm not sure. I think it's World of Warcraft, but in the same room.
That's interesting.
And they do that on purpose. They know they don't have to, but they do it because it's more fun to get
It
people
is.
together.
Yeah.
I do like the episode of Big Bang where they do that,
Yeah.
and Howard buys Bernadette a laptop so she can play as well. That's the one episode where Sheldon's like, that's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. I'm drinking cherry Kool-Aid out of a red vine. Through a red vine.
I've never drank Kool-Aid through a red vine. I've always done soda.
I did too because of that episode.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny because then they all fall asleep on the floor in sleeping bags, and Howard's mom is screaming, Howard! He like wakes up. He's like, oh, I gotta go. And he runs out the door.
So yeah, they've there's a documentary coming. I don't remember if it's out right now. I think it might be out on Vudu right
She
now.
changed that.
Mm.
She said, pick a weapon from any video game for a battle. There's your topic, but you're limited to weapons from 1990 video games.
The documentary is called Internet Legends Duct Tape Gamer.
Okay.
So really interesting item that I spotted, and I was like, that's a thing that's going around. Like it went around on the internet
So,
early 2000s.
That
and people
picture
were
that you
freaking out.
showed
Yes.
reminds me of hanging out with the guys in high school.
Did you do that?
No, but I will
Well-
tell you, if they saw that picture, they would have done that to
The
me.
problem is, that's all fine once you get up there, but what about when you gotta pee?
I think there's another.
Well, he's a dude, and it looks like
I think
his,
that's the
his-
questions that
his
were
crotch
answered in the
is-
documentary.
It looks like his crotch is a little exposed where the
So
zipper would
is
be.
is that for a prank or did they run out of room?
I think that's a question that we're gonna get answered. Like
In the
it's
documentary?
Yeah, in the documentary.
And then this is another one I'm going to zoom out of, and I'm going to show up. It's him eating pizza.
Yeah, it's pretty epic. But like looking at that just makes me think of hanging out with the guys, like my group of guy friends, in high school, because that's what we would do. Like it's just screw around like that kind of stuff. And I guarantee you, we would have seen that picture that just because I was like the really small person of the group, obviously, and I was really tiny back then, they would have been like,
That would
Alex,
not be
get up
easy.
there.
That wouldn't even be comfortable for your neck. Think of your neck strain. I'm
Yeah.
thinking
Oh,
of the
yeah.
neck strain right there. Anything else, fine,
They
but the
honest-
neck.
They should tape his head.
Yeah, like
Oh.
right on the forehead.
Like it'd have to be
Like-
like, yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen Pineapple Express, have you?
No.
There's-
Yes, I was like trying to.
tape one of the guys to a chair. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's an interesting. Yeah.
Anything else?
As far as for the land party thing,
Yeah.
no.
Anything else for this show?
Yeah, I want to talk about Domino's. One thing real quick, and we'll just.
Oh, are you gonna
Oh,
talk
you were
about?
really mad.
Oh yeah. I'm a little upset with Domino's, and
you did get it replaced though,
I
right?
did. Yes.
So how mad can you be?
Well, the timing and how hungry I was. So Domino's messed up.
Josh was hangry.
I was very hungry. Domino's has the carry-out insurance.
Right.
And I used it for the first time. So the problem was I ordered a pepperoni and chicken pizza, half chicken, because Domino's chicken's pretty good. I like it more than most pizza places. They gave me pineapple instead of pepperoni.
Not cool. I did see your post about anybody want a free pineapple pizza.
Yes, I said.
Seriously, we should have said it outside with a note on it and just said like for like where our apartment people come in and just been like whoever wants it can have it. Like
No, not they wouldn't take it with
Nah,
today's.
nobody would.
I know.
I'm gonna go to the post so I can get what people
But-
were saying on it.
As he's looking that up, Josh and
yeah.
I also said as we're taking it out to the trash after it was old, was Josh goes, look at us throwing away a pizza. And he's like, 10 years ago when we were, broke living in Chicago. He's like, if it was a messed up pizza, we would have pulled all the pineapple
Yeah.
off and eaten that whole pizza. I said, yep, we would have.
Yeah.
So I got like so many comments on it and everything. People were like, "Ew, save it for me. Oh, he's serious.
Put it in the mail.
Mail it to Indy." And then they wanted a customer satisfaction survey. But the thing I want to point out is, Juice sent me. He DM'd me and he said he gave me his address. He said you can ship it here.
What's funny is like there were at least 2 people that said ship it, and I'm like, we seriously should put it in some kind of Tupperware and then ship it.
Yeah.
Like you
Ship
wanted
him a
it.
slice.
So you could, if you had like a vac seal
Mm-hmm.
for the kitchen.
Yeah, and then the next morning, I completely forgot to put it in the fridge. The next morning, I was like, "You still want to put this out?" I was like, "It's been on the counter for 12 hours. Absolutely not."
If we would have woken up from a party, we would have still eaten it.
Oh, think of how bad that is. The
Whatever.
bacteria grows
Josh,
on a
you're
product.
such a germaphobe.
4 hours.
Yeah.
I don't care. I would have
4
still
hours,
eaten
I
it.
probably would have.
Yeah.
Well, I worked in the deli. I had to
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
go with that. So we kind of use that as our guideline. But that's all we got. I think we should get out of here, guys. You guys have anything else you want to
Yeah,
mention?
I just want to say, if you haven't checked out, and I've said this before, Lego Masters, again, amazing show.
Oh, they just did an amazing episode with bridge building.
Bridge
Who
building.
wants to hear a good story about a bridge?
What's that from?
Family Guy.
Yes.
That's a party.
Anyways, Lego Masters, amazing. And the next best show that we've been watching, Josh and I, is called Dave.
Oh yeah.
And it is
It's a portrayal on Lil Dicky's life.
and it's featuring
Lil Dicky's a
Lil
rapper.
Dicky.
Yep.
And we really, really enjoy Lil Dicky. And he is just himself.
He's
And
good.
it pretty much just tells him, like, his story.
A little fabricated, of course.
A little bit for TV, but
Yeah.
we watched a interview with him on what?
I think it was Kimmel.
Maybe it was Kimmel?
Either that or it was who's on CBS?
Colbert.
Colbert.
Okay. So we watched an interview with him, and he was like, so is this accurate? He said, yeah, most of it. So I'm like watching it. They released the first 2 episodes last week, just back to back. So we watched both of them. I'm like,
2 weeks ago, yeah.
I want more. Like, this is a really, really good show. And I don't know if it's because we like Lil Dicky, or if it's because, being biased that we like him, or if it from someone who's never heard of him, like maybe Brett.
Well, he's heard of him.
I know, but like not enjoyed him or whatever. Just somebody that doesn't know him, if they think it's a good show,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what. But it's got like really good ratings.
It's good. It's really
But
fun
yeah,
show.
so if you guys want to watch, you guys should check it out. Just saying.
So we're going to go ahead and do our plugs here. I'm going to go ahead and plug my Twitch here. If you want to follow me on Twitch, it is twitch.tv/Mr. L, MISTERL. You can catch me streaming Tuesday and Wednesday evening and Saturday morning. Lately, I've been doing the Division 2. I've been doing Rocket League. And I kind of did a little bit of a pause on Batman. But I think I might actually go back to Batman tomorrow night instead of doing the Division. So if you guys want to check that out, do be sure to send me a follow. If you want to support the channel, you can also subscribe to it. You don't have to, but it's very, very well appreciated. I do thank you guys for all those, and do be sure to drop by when I'm streaming. Alex, go ahead. Stop walking
I
Yoda.
can make him walk like he is in the show. Okay. So, yes, I Twitch stream as well. It's twitch.tv/Q_kitty, KUTEKITTI. Right now, I am playing GTA with Brett and our friend Patrick. That seems to be a go-to thing on Saturdays.
If we could only get a heist to freaking go.
Yeah, if we actually could get
We
it to
didn't
work.
do anything.
We just fucked around.
We
It was
barely
fine.
got
You
anything
should
done.
probably watch a video on
Yeah.
that one
Yeah,
to
we
see
should.
what we're doing wrong.
I also play The Sims on PC, Sims 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sims 4 on PC. I've just gotten back into Call of Duty Modern Warfare because they came out with Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone, which is amazing.
Battle Royale.
I thought Battle Royale was gone. It was not a thing anymore. And they have 2 game types. One was Plunder, one's Battle Royale, and it's fun. It's
Yep.
really fun. It's very addicting.
Brett, you could probably do Plunder.
Brett
You
would
have
actually
to- you have to
probably.
pay for it.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. It's free.
Warzone's free.
Free for everyone.
The Plunder, you just get money.
Yeah,
And
you just
respawn
go.
all the
You
time.
just go around. It doesn't matter if you die. Well, if you
You
die,
lose half
you
your
lose half
cash.
your cash. But you have 30 minutes to gather as much cash as possible. Call in little balloons to send up your cash, and the person with the most cash at the end wins.
That's it.
And you just go around with 3 people collecting cash,
For a half
and
hour.
shooting people to try to like
Get their cash.
get their cash, and it's I don't know. It kind of reminds me of GTA.
It's pretty much like that.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. It's fun.
And the
I
difference
like it.
between this battle royale is you get a second chance if you're in the first few deaths, a good handful of deaths. I don't know when the cutoff is for the gulag when you do 1v1. What?
one.
Yeah, but when the cutoff is, because I've only died once before and never gotten the gulag.
Oh, I don't know.
Doesn't make sense to me. Which the gulag is a face-off between another player, and if you win, you get to spawn back in.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead with the plugs. If you had anything else you wanted to mention about that, no. Okay.
No?
All right. So if you want to follow our podcast on social media, we are on Facebook, which is facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. We're also on Instagram, which is instagram.com/ PTOUnlimited_podcast. And we're on Twitter, which is @PTOUnlimited. God, I gotta stop messing around with the plugs. It's all in my head. On there, you will see our fan question, which we will have next Monday. So do be sure to answer the fan question on there. If you don't want to do it there, you can do it on YouTube. You can tweet at us. Doesn't matter. Do be sure to do that and follow us. We do appreciate the likes, shares, and subscribes. If you ever want to catch our show live, we do record and stream it live on Monday evening at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we do thank those who have been talking to us in chat. We do appreciate that and joining us. You guys are awesome. You guys are the real MVPs. So just know that. And if you guys ever want to follow me on Twitter, it is @Lemke619.
Brett _Wings.
@cute_kitty.
On a final note, Josh, you posted, I think, last week that you haven't used your Disney Plus since for months.
Since The Mandalorian.
And the only thing I have to say about that is the appeal to Disney Plus for me was never original content.
Okay.
And so I was surprised to see you
it's not
post that.
They don't have a lot of shows that I can watch. They don't have. They don't. I guess just The Simpsons.
Was that the main appeal for you? Is
No.
the original content?
No, it's just that was what drew me to the app itself. And the movies, cool. But you're gonna watch a Pixar film, you're gonna cry. You're gonna watch a Disney film,
That's
you're gonna
why
get overwhelmed
I've stuck with
either
I
BS
don't,
or
I don't
whatever.
watch it often, but when I do, it's the Recess, because you can't get that anywhere else.
I didn't even think about checking out Recess. That's actually a really good
Or
show from our childhood.
you can't get Recess anywhere else. You can get the series DVDs of Darkwing Duck and Tailspin and some of those series, Goof Troop.
Have you checked out Cartoons Unlimited? Because it could be on there.
I have, and it's so unfriendly.
Isn't it though? Yeah, it kind of sucks. I've used it.
It's just the worst design ever.
And that post went all over Facebook. Like, I got so many comments on it. People saying they use it for their kid. It's mainly for kids. I know that. I get that. I get that. If you have a family, you're going to use Disney Plus. But we haven't launched it on purpose for anything of that nature since January.
And I've said this before. Let's say you do want to watch a Disney movie. It's so much nicer to stream it than it is to find the disc and put the disc in. As dumb as that sounds, I know it sounds dumb.
Or get in the car and go to my mom's.
And get the disc.
Get the disc.
The thing is, what was the movie we were watching? I think it was Spaceballs. When we had that on our movie
I had
list.
to go in there.
We had to dig into our movie box. We don't have any of our DVDs out.
Josh goes, "We're not paying for this. I know we haven't."
Yep. That's exactly the conversation I had. I'm not gonna pay for a rental for Spaceballs when I own the damn
Well,
DVD.
I have my movie picked, and I do own it. So
yeah. Okay. Right on. All right. So I think we're gonna get on out of here.
let's go.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys very much for joining us. We'll catch you next week for episode 203. Do be safe out there, and if you guys do get sick, keep away.
Think rationally.
Yes, and do not yell at the frickin' store people.
None
of them.
Don't yell at
None of them.
Retail workers.
Retail workers, not store people.
Store people.
Store people. All right. So thank you guys very much for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.